What if I told you the difference between you and a millionaire isn't luck, it's habits? And the truth is, most people are stuck, not because they lack potential, but because they practice the wrong habits every single day. Let me tell you something most people won't tell you. Becoming a millionaire is not about one big moment. It's not about luck. It's not about one big opportunity. It's about what you do every single day. Because every day, you are either getting closer to financial freedom or staying exactly where you are. And the difference? It comes down to habits, not motivation, not talent, not background, but just habits. If you want to stand out and actually build wealth, you can't think or act like everyone else. Millionaires don't just work harder. They move differently. They think differently. And today, you're about to discover 7 powerful habits that separate them from the crowd. If you want more videos on success, wealth, and mindset, subscribe now to this channel and start building the life you deserve. Let's dive in. The first habit you would find in a millionaire is that they take full responsibility. Millionaires don't waste time blaming. They don't blame the economy. They don't blame their background. They don't blame other people. They take ownership of everything in their life. If something isn't working, they ask, what can I do to fix this? How can I upgrade from this current situation? For example, instead of complaining about a low-paying job, they start learning new skills, building side income, or networking. The moment you stop blaming and start owning, your life changes. You can't control everything, but you can always control your response. Let's be real. 2 people can be in the same situation. One complains, one adapts. 5 years later, their lives look completely different. Responsibility is power. Because the moment you say, this is my life, and I'm responsible for it, you take back control. Number 2, they think long-term. Most people think about today. Millionaires think about 5, 10, even 20 years ahead. They're willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success. While others spend money to impress people, they invest money to build freedom. Think about it. Watching TV for 3 hours every day feels good now. But building a skill for 3 hours daily could change your entire future. Think about this. Every time you spend instead of invest, watch instead of learn, delay instead of act, you're choosing comfort over growth. Imagine 2 people. Person A watches Netflix every night for 2 hours, and person B spends 2 hours learning a skill. After 1 year, massive difference. After 5 years, completely different lives. So instead of doing things that won't add value to your life, why not taking parts in things that will benefit you in no time? Let's look at the third habits millionaires also apply to their daily life. They invest in themselves constantly. Your mind is your greatest asset. Millionaires read books. They listen to podcasts. They learn from people who are already successful. They understand something most people ignore. The more you learn, the more you earn. Instead of scrolling endlessly on social media, they spend time improving their knowledge. Even just 30 minutes a day of learning can set you apart from 90% of people. While others scroll endlessly, they are upgrading their mind. Every hour you invest in learning pays you back the rest of your life. The fourth habit, they build multiple streams of income. Let me ask you something. What would happen if your only source of income stopped tomorrow? No warning, no backup, nothing. Would you be okay? Or would everything start falling apart? This is the reality for most people. They depend on one paycheck, one job, one source, and they call that security. But in reality, that's the biggest risk. Millionaires understand something most people ignore. Relying on one income is like standing on one leg. Eventually, you will fall. So they do things differently. They don't just work for money. They build systems that bring money to them. They create side businesses, investments, skills that generate income, digital products, content that earns over time. And the goal is simple. Make money flow from multiple directions. Because when one slows down, the others keep moving. Imagine 2 people. Person A works one job for 10 years. Person B works a job, but also builds a side income. At first, no big difference. But after a few years, Person B starts earning extra income, more freedom, more control, and one day, person B no longer needs the job. Millionaires don't trade time for money forever. They build systems where money works for them. Reflection. Ask yourself, what can I start today that could become an income source tomorrow? Because the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Habit 5. They are extremely disciplined. Here's something people don't like to hear. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you feel like working. Some days you don't. Some days you're excited. Some days you're tired. And if you depend on motivation, you will stop every single time. Millionaires understand this early. They don't wait to feel ready. They build discipline. And discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Real life scenario. There will be days when you feel tired, you feel lazy, you feel discouraged. And in those moments, most people quit. But millionaires, they show up anyway. Powerful truth. Success is not built on your best days. It's built on the days you didn't feel like continuing, but you did anyway. What if you stayed consistent for 6 months? No excuses, no breaks, no quitting, just consistent effort. Your life would change. Not maybe, not possibly. It would change. So the real question is, are you waiting to feel motivated, or are you ready to become disciplined? Habit 6. They control their environment. Let me tell you something powerful. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. You might think you're in control, but the truth is, your surroundings shape your behavior. If you're always around negative people, complaining minds, lazy habits, you will slowly become the same. Not immediately, but gradually, silently, without even noticing. Example, if everyone around you wastes time, avoids growth, thinks small, then working hard starts to feel strange. Improving yourself starts to feel uncomfortable. And eventually, you stop. But millionaires understand this. They are intentional. They choose who they spend time with, what they watch, what they listen to. They don't let their environment control them. They design it. Reflection. Ask yourself honestly, is my environment pushing me forward or holding me back? Because sometimes the biggest upgrade in your life is changing what surrounds you. Habit 7. They take action fast. Most people have ideas, good ideas, smart ideas, ideas that could change their life. But what do? They wait. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect moment. And guess what? That moment never comes. Millionaires don't wait. They act. Fast. Important truth. They understand. Action creates clarity. Not thinking. Not planning forever. Action. Instead of saying, I'll start next week, they start today. Instead of saying, I need more time, they use the time they have. How many ideas have you had that you never acted on? Every day you delay, someone else is moving ahead. Habit 8. They fail and keep going. Failure scares most people. It stops them. It discourages them. It makes them quit. But millionaires, they see failure differently. They don't see failure as the end. They see it as feedback. The truth is, every successful person you admire has failed more times than you think. They failed before success, during growth, even after success. But the difference? They didn't stop. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. What if the only thing standing between you and success is the number of times you're willing to try again? The 9th habit and the last of this video is they value time more than money. Money can be lost and earned again, but time, once it's gone forever. Millionaires understand this deeply. That's why they protect their time. They don't waste hours on endless scrolling, meaningless distractions, unproductive habits, because they know every hour you waste today is a future you're delaying. Think about this. Where will you be in 5 years if you keep doing what you're doing right now? Same habits, same routine, same mindset. Your future is not created in one moment. It's created in how you spend your time every single day. Final reflection. So ask yourself, what am I doing with my time? Because that answer is shaping your entire life.